Hello and welcome to World of Tanks with Org. This is my second week back playing World of Tanks, and this time, for some reason this week, all of my games have been very one-sided. This first one's just to illustrate what I mean. I'm in my light tank Mark 6C on Province, and there's only 7 tanks on the side. But theoretically it shouldn't matter too much in terms of getting one-sided games or not. Especially a couple of enemy tanks trying to rush up on our side of the map. And it didn't go well for that T1. And now it's dead. So T7 going to try its luck. No, it's backing off. And it's dead anyway. And that T2 is taking shots at me even though I'm well behind the building. I'm not going to complain because it's just giving away its position. Just reloading. But since there's no targets available, I think once we're done we'll start moving up. I mean, especially since we've already killed almost half the enemy team. Well, almost half, I mean 3/7 of the enemy team. Do a bit of a looping approach here so that the people on the hill won't have an easy time shooting me. And then we're going to try and sneak up this ridge line here, along with the friendly Hargo. Oh, there's a TK, or Teki, whatever.
Enemy is hit. Penetration.
Oh, we can reload as we advance this time. So the score, if you get a look, is 4-0. The Hargo seems to have gotten stuck. Well, I'm still going up slowly. But no, I've gotten stuck too. Kind of ruined our sneaky little advance, but I'll get out of here in a minute. And there's a T-14, the one tank on the enemy team I can't hurt. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be paying a lot of attention. So I'm thinking I might just keep going and try and track down that Churchill III. Running pretty big risk of being shot by friendly fire here. T-18's tracked and really don't have to worry about it. Oh, there's a Cruiser 3, almost called it a Churchill.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And that was the last tank on the enemy team. We won 7-0. None of our tanks were killed. Alright, on to the heavy gameplay. A bit less one-sided this game, but it was still pretty one-sided. So my Churchill I, Tier 5 British heavy tank. And we're on the Siegfried line. I'm one of 2 Tier 5 heavies on my team. Initially I'm heading towards the west of the town and figure I'll control that lane. But then I figure I'll actually just hang out with the KV-1 here and we'll stick together. Probably be much more effective that way. Turns out I think it was a bit of a mistake because KV-1 just seems to drive around aimlessly for a bit and I follow like an idiot. A20 goes racing past and dies pretty quickly, I'm fairly certain. Kind of give up on the KV-1 a bit here and see what I can see around this corner. T1 heavy. Let's just try and get some shots off through here, but there's a pillar in the way. I saw that KV-1 moving up through the town and a Chinu now. So I figure I'll head over there and try and intercept them as they come out the other side. Here's the KV-1. Angle, angle, angle. And my tracks eat the shot, but my driver gets hurt.
We're immobilized. Penetration.
Doing some damage to the KV-1 there.
Let's roll.
Okay, apparently that's not a weak spot. Neither's the Matlock, funnily enough. There we go, there's a kill.
Vehicle destroyed.
Okay, so now we're moving up into the town. Gotta try and catch up to the AT2 who's leading the assault. I'll just try and come up behind this T1, the Marder 2 and the T28. Okay, so that wasn't really behind, but honestly the front doesn't seem to matter. Took the easy shot there. Probably should have kept going for the T1, but I don't know. Fired a little bit late. Looks to be a tank destroyer there trying to sneak up behind me, but I think I'm actually going to go for the T-40. Especially since that Marder that was sneaking up on me is now dead. Don't know why I had to look at the AT2 then, but apparently I felt the need to. Found the KV-1, and it's got its back to us. So of course I bounce. That's better. Look at all those bullet holes just appearing in its ass. So yes, score 13-3. Not quite as one-sided as the last game, but still pretty one-sided. And both the remaining enemy tanks have been spotted. Should be able to get shots on either of them from up on this little hill here. Except now there's only one left. I was hoping that would get the tracks off, but not quite. I said hoping because I wasn't really aiming for the tracks. I was just aiming in the general direction of them. And the shell kind of went where I aimed it as opposed to where I actually wanted it to go. Funny how that happens. And that's the enemy team gone. 15-5. So as you can see, it was kind of an average game, second class mastery. I mean, I did the most damage, got the most experience on my team, but it's not an exceptional game there. And that's kind of what I've been having this week, simply because either our team just gets completely overrun, I don't get enough time to play the game, or my team completely overruns the enemy and I don't get enough time to play the game. So we're in the T-14, American Premium Heavy Tank, and actually the tank that I'm best at this game at now. And we are on what's called Fisherman's Bay, something like that. And I'm heading into the city because I'm a heavy tank and that seems the logical place for a heavy tank to go. I'm actually having a hard time with some of these maps since I've been back, since they've been changed quite a bit. But this one I don't think it's changed much at all, so the town still seems the logical place to go. So I'm just going to move up here. I'm pretty confident in the ability of my armour to stop most of the shells that might come at me. And I'll just get to this corner and do a bit of lazy side scraping as I go flat. I get spotted. I angle my armour at the last minute and bounce a shell from the KV-1. That must be the KV-1 again, firing and missing. Bounced. Whereas I go straight through the driver's hatch. KV-1 bounces again. And there's a BDR over there as well. Tracks me, but I put one through the upper glacis. And well, they're not going to poke on out again because they're engaging my friendly tanks across the harbour. So I'll go do a bit of flanking. AMX-40 up there. I do have a shot. Barely. Of course it bounced. It's AMX-40. Okay, let's just get going. To be honest, it's not a huge threat on my flank anyway. Whereas the BDR and the KV-1, it's kind of good to get them out of the game for the sake of the team. So come up, bounce a shot, kind of lucky there. BDR's doing alright, or doing the right thing, but it's not working out for him. Managed to track him, which enables me to angle my armour properly. Oh, and I see them on fire. KV-1's behind the building, so I might as well take care of this annoying AMX-40. Or, let's just T-25. Probably should have taken another shot there, but I didn't. And my team got the KV-1. So, now I figure let's just advance across the middle of the open field. What could possibly go wrong doing this? T-25's killed, but I've been spotted by something. Possibly the T-25 just before it died. Panzersiffel 4B. It's dead. 4H is just behind the hill, so I can't quite get shots. Actually, it looks like it's AFK anyway. Well, it's dead now. An 82. Now, this is a laugh because the 82 and I, and the T-14, both kind of struggled to penetrate each other's armour. I was trying to track it there, but I managed to get round on the flank. Get round behind. And even from the rear I kind of struggled. Get one good shot there through the, well, I suppose it's the top of the tank. That one bounces, so I figure it's time to aim, and that hatch is kind of a weak point. But I've just got to actually hit it. And, well, I'm not having any luck hitting it, so let's try the side, and thankfully someone tracks him. And I aim for the upper superstructure, which is a mistake, because it's the rear of the hull that's weak. And I managed to get a kill after a lot of kind of embarrassing bounces. But that's what's fun about this tank. Occasionally you come up against AT2s or Churchill IIIs or other T-14s and you just have a bounce fest. It's great fun. You know, just get chasing down the last enemy tanks. I suppose it's not really chasing, they're camping, tracking down, whatever.
We didn't even scratch them. Enemy armor is damaged.
Alright, one more to go. And it's miles away, I'm not going to get this one. So, well, first class mastery this time. Didn't spot as many, but I did a fair bit of damage. Second on my team in terms of damage and experience, but still pretty alright. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.